What's going on, boys? It's Flaws, and in this video we're going to be talking about crosshair placement, more the advanced stuff, not just like aiming at head level, pre-aiming corners that you're turning into, but how to actually use crosshair placement to get to a high level in Counter-Strike. So crosshair placement, the best use for it is getting those first couple bullets off when you're taking a fight, right? So if I'm someone who's holding for like someone to peek into me, it makes a lot more sense for me to hold from a wider angle, right? Give myself about like a body's length of the CT crossing, if they're going to be crossing back into retake, to actually hit that headshot. Don't be holding so close to the wall that it doesn't really make sense, and you're like, okay, if anyone peeks into me, there's no way I'm hitting this first 2 bullet headshots of someone running back into the site, right? If the CT is coming back into the site, right in this position, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to be walking, right? Does this make a lot of sense? Do you ever see like a CT and a retake go like this and slowly peek into this corner? Because I don't personally. And if they do, you can always adjust back and still hit that shot, right? So always hold a little bit farther out so that if someone's running into your shot, you have a way better chance of hitting that headshot, and then you can unpeek as well. So same thing goes for stairs, right? If I'm holding stairs, okay, I'm holding from here. I see him peek stairs, I might go for that shot. Does it really make a lot of sense for me to just keep holding the same position, or should I move around and hold from a new angle? So that stairs player, if he peeks back out, has to readjust to me. I'd rather have him readjust to me than me having to readjust to him. So if I'm here, okay, I missed the shot on the person's stairs. He's holding right here. If I peek this side of the box, my crosshair is already on this person's head stairs, and they have to adjust and try to hit that headshot on me, right? I'd rather have them have to make the adjustment than for me, right here, okay? I'm already like pre-aimed on this position as I'm going back and forth. In game, it's a lot easier as well, like here, okay? Peek into them, and you're already like ready to go. Always have them adjust to you. Don't have to be the one that's adjusting to them with your crosshair placement and flicking around, right? Same thing goes for like if someone's playing cat. If someone's playing this cat position, maybe they like to get into ladder and they've been playing like here a couple rounds in a row. Does it make a lot of sense for me to just be peeking into them over and over and over and doing the exact same thing? Or does it make sense for me to switch it up and try to like play from a new angle like here? Because the person that's playing in this ladder room position might be holding for the headshot angle here. I peek from on top of that. They have to adjust up to me, right? Always make them adjust to you. Also towards ramp, right? This is another great example of this. If someone's holding here at the start of the round, you know, maybe they took control of ramp early on, and the CTs have someone just posted here waiting. If I'm peeking here and I jiggle peek early on, like I'm like here, show my shoulder, I get a couple of shots out of the CT. If I have a teammate who's on the back wall, if they peek into the CT player, they have a really easy fight. If the person that's playing CT right here sees my shoulder, they go, okay, they shot a couple of shots off. There's a really good chance that they're not expecting that person on the wall to actually peek into them. And if they do, that's a hard adjustment for them to make to actually hit that headshot. So keep this in mind as well. Like if you're playing well with a teammate, or you can even do this yourself. You peek here, okay, you see him, back up, take this fight from a longer angle. It's gonna throw off their like aim, it's gonna throw off their spray. It makes it really awkward for them to actually take those gunfights, right? It puts them on the back foot. Same thing goes for like pistol round. If you're a pistol player, you're running in. There's a reason that people jump for pistols, right? You don't want to get headshot. If someone's behind you, you can be the one who jumps in here and like goes for this aggressive play when you have a teammate who's right behind you trying to take that fight. You're jumping in, making it really awkward for the other person to get that headshot. If they do get it, it's a great shot by them, and then by then your team can kind of just come in and take that fight right behind it, right? So that's where crosshair placement really comes in. You're like always trying to throw off your opponent. They have to adjust to you jumping in. As they're adjusting to you, you have someone behind you peeking in and taking that person out as they're adjusting. So don't really think about crosshair placement as like your own. Think of like, how can I throw off the opponents? This happens in like 1v1s clutch situations a ton, right? If I'm here, I plant the bomb. Okay, I know the last one's market. I peek from mid site here. If I peek from this side, there's a really, really high chance that I'm gonna get picked off, rather than if I was to peek like from on top of this van right here, right? If I peek from up here, there's a really good chance that the CT has absolutely no idea that I was gonna do that. And if they do have to like adjust to me, that's a really hard adjustment for them to just flick up. And by the time they do that, I should already be peeked out, maybe get that free kill. That's not like the best example, but you know what I mean? Like always try to throw off their angles. You can peek like that. You can throw like a little peek, all right, he's market door. Okay, I see him here. Does it make a lot of sense for me to like back up to here? Like that could be like a great play, or like, does it make more sense for me to kind of like peek into them, take that control away from them, and I'm the one that's like choosing when to take the fight, right? If I'm peeking into them and they're holding this tight angle thinking that I'm just gonna jiggle again, if I peek into them, they have to commit to a spray. Can even like do a shoulder peek, swing, take the fight. So like that's how crosshair placement I like to think about it. Not really like, oh yeah, you aim at their heads as you clear out a sight. Think of it more as like, how can I throw off the opponent and make it so that they're in a weird spot where they don't feel comfortable taking a fight, right? Because I think we've all been in that position where someone makes you have an awkward time taking a fight and makes it so it's like impossible to spray them down. Maybe they like did a couple of bursts as they're coming into a site. So like maybe someone's here on the T side, you're jungle, you go like this, shoot a couple shots, start to work into the site like this, right? If someone's doing this, it's really awkward to like be here, shoot a couple of shots into them, have them move, and then you have to readjust to them, because you'd much rather have them just stand still and commit to a fight, and you can kind of burst, spray, tap, you can do whatever, right? But if someone's controlling that space and they're shooting a couple of shots, moving, shooting a couple more shots, like if they're making it awkward for you, then that's obviously a bad time, so why not do it to them? That's really it, guys. I hope that helps like you think about crosshair placement and how to kind of throw off your opponent and win those 1v1 duels when they're not even thinking about these things, right? So I hope that helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.